Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about Google Ads. I personally love Google Ads because when I first started my power washing company, for those first 6 months in business, I basically relied 100% on door knocking to get my customers. That was pretty much the only way I was getting leads. And then eventually, a little while in, I had pretty much devoted myself to learning and understanding how Google Ads work. And for anybody who's planning on doing your own Google Ads, or you plan on getting into it, I highly encourage you watch this video, but also watch other videos. Learn the technicals. Although I will be going into it, I'm going to be giving you kind of a bird's eye view, and teaching you some things. And then what I would encourage you to do is go in and fill in that information even more. Right? Go in and learn more of the technical things. Go get a course if you want to. Google offers a free course on how to run Google Ads. Yes, it's going to be a time commitment, but it's one of those things. You either have the time to do it yourself, or you have the money to pay somebody else to do it. And if you're looking to do it yourself, it will save you a ton of money in the long term if you really understand how to do it. So with that being said, I'm going to dive in and cover some basic principles here. The one thing I want you to keep in mind when you first start a campaign is that the most valuable thing that you can get from Google Ads in the beginning stages is not the leads, it's not the clicks, it's the data. And so in order to get data, there are a bunch of different ways you can do it. What I like to do is install the tracking code. You can install the Google tracking code. You can also install your Facebook tracking code and collect leads. And you can also track, what types of actions people are taking on your website. That's a little bit more advanced, but like I said, I highly encourage you to do a deep dive and really, really spend some time learning how Google Ads work from a fundamental perspective. But what you're looking at right here is called a landing page. So this is basically, and some people use their home page as a landing page, and that's okay. But the problem with doing that is when it comes to remarketing and tracking your data, it becomes a lot more difficult, right? And another problem is, let's say you have a roof cleaning ad, you want to target roof cleaning, you have a gutter cleaning ad, and you have a house washing ad. The problem if you drive all of that traffic to the same page is that it's all broad. Right? You want to have a specific sales page for each service in order to maximize your conversions. So if you're targeting roof cleaning, you want to have a page like specifically selling roof cleaning. Have a video of you, doing a roof cleaning job. Have a video explaining roof cleaning. Explain Gleocapsid magma. Explain how you can protect the property, the plants, with your chemical. Explain how roof cleaning can extend the life of a roof. Right? Sales for roof. For gutter cleaning, talk about gutter cleaning, the benefits of, how you can, prevent backup, prevent your gutters from breaking over time and falling away from the siding, prevent water buildup. Talk about, sell gutter cleaning. On the house washing, sell house washing. Talk about how it can improve the curb appeal. If maybe they plan on listing their house for sale, how they can get more money for it if it's clean. So you want to have a specific sales page for each product that you're offering. So with that being said, the way this would work is, let's say you ran an ad, somebody lands on your website, they are in the market to have their house cleaned. What they would do here is essentially they would fill out the form, they would become a lead. And this is just a template, by the way. I just literally just threw this together 2 days ago, just so I could create this video and show you guys here, right? So they would basically click submit here, and it's going to take them to a thank you page. And what you want to do is, on this thank you page, you want to have your conversion tag or your conversion code. And I'll get into that in just a minute. You'll understand why that's important in just a minute, right? But once they land here, boom, they watch a video, they can check you out, whatever, right? Now let's go in and talk about this conversion code. So when you're first setting up a campaign, and I might as well show you this part first. When you're first setting up a Google campaign, you have your different you have your different goals for your campaign, right? So you've got leads, you've got website traffic, you've got product brand consideration, etc., etc. You've got sales, which in this case you don't want to go with sales because you're not selling a product online. Your goal here is not to make sales. Your goal here is to generate leads, where you would make the sale over the phone or in person. So in order to do this, though, right, you could go with website traffic, and this is what I did early on, but you're going to get better results if you go with leads, right? So what you would do is you'd go with leads, search campaign. You're going to go with lead form submissions. So that's your goal, is to generate lead form submissions, right? And then you're basically just going to go through, name your campaign something. Maybe this is trial one test, right? And that's what I would normally encourage you to do. Trial one test, and then target just your area. So, for me, it's Harrisburg, PA. And before you even get here, obviously, I'm sure you guys have watched the other video. You want to do your research. You want to understand your market, understand, most of the keywords if you can. Try to have as much data on your market as you can before you dive in. But this is assuming you've already kind of gone through and done that. Then you want to set your budget. I recommend starting off at around $20 a day. Somewhere between 20 and 30 a day is a good starting point. So that's what I would recommend. Then when you come down here, if you got your site link extensions, your call out extensions, and your call extensions, I encourage you to add these. So I encourage you to go in and actually add these, the About Us concrete deck, and I'll show you why here. So you click a preview. When your ad is actually running and your ad comes up in its search results, you actually have more space on the screen that your ad will show up. And when you do that, it's going to increase your conversion rate slightly, which those small numbers over a period of months will add up to be big numbers. So it does make a big difference over time. Right, and then you come down here. I have pretty much just all of my main services. If you're targeting broad, like exterior cleaning, that's what you'd want to do. If you were targeting just roof cleaning, then it would be slightly different. Or if you're targeting just gutter cleaning, then it would be a little bit different as well. And you can go with lead form extensions as well. I'm not going to cover these too much because I've run these and I personally, from personal experience, have not had great results with these. I have much better results sending traffic to my website. So I personally don't use these, but you can experiment with them. And the biggest thing I can tell you, the best piece of advice I could give you is to test. Don't ever make an assumption and just think, well, I think this would work better, so I'm just going to go with it. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. And that's why I think a lot of people fail, is because they're not willing to treat it like science. Like literally treat it like a science experiment. Test this versus that, and then make your decisions based on data. That's the best piece of advice I could give you for running ads. And obviously having a call extension, have your phone number there, preview, right? It shows it right there. Right? And then you can add these other extensions. I encourage you to add these. I think it helps. I would not add the price, but you can if you want to. Maybe if you have an introductory price, don't do any like bait and switch. I don't encourage that. It can, obviously create a bad reputation. Location is important because what this will do is it will connect it to your Google My Business account, which is great because then when you actually do a Google search, you can actually have an ad show up in the map pack as well. And it's actually possible to rank organically and with an ad. So you have 2 listings inside the map pack. 2 out of 4 listings will actually be yours. So very beneficial. And then you go to the next one. Name your ad group, whatever you want to name it. So again, if you're doing a trial, just so trial test 1. And this is where you want to enter your keywords. So I created this list for you. Just make sure you go through it, do a quick look and make sure everything's good to go for you. And then basically just select it, copy it, come over to the campaign, and go ahead and paste it in. And then it copied a bunch of white space over as well, which it does that sometimes, which I wish it didn't do it, but let's go ahead and just erase that. All right. So now you have your keywords, and this is where it gets very interesting. This is where you really want to do your testing, right? So let's just say this is this page right here is what we were driving traffic to. So you would just enter that URL in right there. And this is where you create your headlines. Okay, so you can see how we had added these site link extensions. Gives you more real estate, gives you more keywords, and ultimately gives you a better chance of having your ads clicked. It's going to increase your click-through rate, even if it's only by 0.5%. It'll still add up to be a pretty noticeable difference, over the course of 2 weeks to a month. So for me, I like to be very specific with the way I target. So I go with power washing. If I were targeting just Harrisburg, and this is another little tip I could give you, you can create different campaigns targeting different areas. So I could have one campaign targeting Mechanicsburg, and I would say power washing in Mechanicsburg. And then on headline number 2, so that's a direct call out, power washing Mechanicsburg. You can, on this one, you can say insured. Let's go licensed and insured. And then you just go satisfaction. And what I'm typing in right here, guys, these headlines are headlines that I have personally found to work best. Seriously, I've tried literally over the past 2 years, hundreds of different key or headlines, and these are some of the ones that seem to work best. The satisfaction guarantee, and then as for the description, I like to put it's pretty much the same almost every time. Insured. You want to basically include like little benefit keywords. So you're insured, that's a benefit. License, insured, benefit. Satisfaction guarantee. And now you might be thinking, well, didn't you already add those up here? Yeah, you did. You basically just want to reaffirm it. Anything you can do that increases the odds that they will click on your link, that's what you want to do. I've always had trouble spelling the word guarantee. I hate this word. Satisfaction guarantee. Or actually, one thing that I really do not like about the Google ads is that they don't let you put like, so you could not put 3 dots in your description, and I don't believe it allows you to add a question mark either. So I was going to say, is it okay if we over deliver with a question mark, but it doesn't let you do that. So and the second description, you could say, so what you want to do is go next and create a new ad. Now at this point, you might start feeling anxious, irritable, tired, annoyed. You might say, oh, I don't feel like creating another one. Oh, like you're going to start feeling mental fatigue. I understand that, but you have to push through. Just keep going. We have one more thing here, and then there's going to be the fun, exciting part that you're going to really enjoy, and that's what I've seen the best success with. So, hey, I'm just going to paste in that description from the other one. Power washing Mechanicsburg, 100% satisfaction. Guarantee. That's spelled right. I don't think it is though. 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can go. Or actually, you know what? Another one that I found works well. We'll just copy this one and paste it down here. Is number 1 power washing. Number 1. For some reason, I'm sure there's a psychological principle behind it, but for some reason, when you put number 1 and then any service, it's going to increase your conversion rate just a little bit. It always seems to help a little bit. So then you want to go done, create next ad, and this is where it gets interesting. What you can do here with your headlines is you can add, dozens of headlines if you want, but you can add, I would say probably 6 to 8 different headlines, and what Google will do is it'll automatically generate them, right? So it'll automatically create different headlines and split test them to see which ones work the best together. And then it's going to only show the ones after, a set period of time, it'll only show the ones that work the best. So this is probably the most, so you got 100% satisfaction guarantee, number 1 power washing service, licensed and insured, right? And then you can go, just put your name, EcoClean. Right? So now we've got, 5 different ones listed. Now go save and continue, right? And basically now what will happen is once you hit publish, your ad's going to go ahead and go, right? And it's saying you're going to spend around $4.86 a day with a campaign budget of 20, but you're going to want to up that. You can obviously go ahead and spend more than that with better targeting and whatnot. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's as simple as it is. Like I said, this was like the entry level. So there are so many different things. Once you start getting into your reports, and you start looking through your data and you start collecting more data, it becomes more and more valuable. And your Google Ads campaign or account in of itself starts to become a very, very valuable asset to your business. So I know this was kind of a quick bird's eye view. I didn't go super in depth, but this is a starting point. This is something that'll get you started with your Google Ads. So hopefully this helps out, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. Send me a message, and I'm willing to help out. I'll answer any questions that I can. And then, if I have a certain question coming to me over and over and over again, just like with this one, I'll make a video for it so that everyone can learn from it. So appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day, and thanks for being part of the group.